Hi, this is Sanjay Deshpande, and on behalf of Sanjeevani group, welcome you all. First of all, thanks to a lot to the society named Ganga Estela, which is in Karadi, I presume. And I read a news recently about their water issues in newspaper and how the society is some 500 600 flats and facing huge water problems, water crisis, and spending lakhs of rupees on tanker for drinking water or basic water. And I'm sure ki it's not even summer, it's fall winter. Winter is just vanishing and summer is yet to enter fully. And if this is the scene in city like Pune, imagine what will happen in peak summer. And then this is not something new or something of late. We are seeing a lot of tankers, water tankers running all across the city, crisscrossing the city. A city which once used to be full of water or lucky about water. Now every time next problem this city faces after traffic. Obviously, first remains traffic. The Kepra pickle, I remember their ad. They always used to add their pickle as ours is the second best taste, and first best taste remains by pickle by your mother. So second, whatever in Pune happens on problem front, it will be always second best. First will remain traffic. Okay, but that is a different subject of discussion. So let us come to water for now. Water, we all know the importance, and I won't waste much time about importance of water and its directly relation with livability, comfort of life, and real estate also. Because I myself am an environment background engineer and specialization in eco housing. Why I told this? Because environment is no more a science. Environment is lifestyle, attitude towards life, and in which water has got an inherent part, because without oxygen, without water, nobody survives. Nobody. Considering that aspect, when I came to Pune some 35 years back, not that back, three and a half decades back, from city name Amravati and town name from Kamgaon, I told mom first in my first letter to my mother, this city don't have got summer, and here nobody stores water. Today, 35 years down the line, the city does got summer, a lot of summer. 40 degrees is a common thing over here, and everybody stores water. So I don't know whether we call it as a development and growth or whatever it may be. But okay, fact remains fact. Joke is the rainfall for last 100 years same. Rainfall for last 100 years is same. And this I am not saying, this is our meteorological department's data available on website. You can check with it. Average rainfall in Pune is 35 or 36 inches per year, which hasn't changed much rather over the years. Means God is giving us the same water for 100 years because we are maybe lot more than that, but we are measuring it for 100 years. It's up to us how we use that water that makes the thing difficult. That's the simple logic about it. And keeping that in mind, summers are ahead, and I thought not for that Ganga society guys, though I communicated with them, they were kind enough to visit our office. I gave them a small presentation. I sent them to this particular project of ours where we have done some water conservation measures and successfully. Unfortunately, that day the recording couldn't happen in proper way and the file got corrupted. So for them and for every that society, every that resident who has problem and who don't have problem, rather this is more for those who don't have got water problem, because भरल्या पोटी उपासाचं महत्व कोणालाच कळत नाही. खाली पोटी तर तसंही उपासाचं महत्व सगळ्यांना माहित असतं. तो भरल्या पोटेच्या माणसाला उपासाचं महत्व जास्त इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. दॅट्स वाय दोज हू डोंट हॅव गॉट राईट नो एनी वॉटर प्रॉब्लेम should go through it, is what I feel. Our population is increasing, our development are increasing, our sizes are increasing, our towns are increasing, everything is increasing, but rainfall is not increasing. Though it's not decreasing, but do mind it's not decreasing also, increasing also. And then we can't create water. We can't create water, right? You can create oxygen also. In laboratory you can create oxygen, but till today, the science is unable to develop single drop of water in laboratory. Means, if we have got water problems, many of us we already have, then we have to learn to manage the water what God has given us. So, I have been working in this field for many years, nearly 20-25 years, but never tried to project or to make a presentation of a particular project, because these type of things, the biggest problem is how you measure success of such project, water conservation. So here it is, Orchid Jiwan Orchid, where in SUS, where nearly two societies, Jiwan Anand and Orchid Jiwan and Orchid Anand. The names are because most of the people, homes have been occupied by LIC people, and at that time, some 5-6 years back, they have got their very two popular policies. Jiwan Anand. We have named those two societies as, and Orchid is the parental society of that. When we started planning about this project some 7-8 years back, the entire portion and the land was in PMRDA. Recently, the land has gone to PMC. Hardly make any difference for waterfront scenario. Issue is there was no water. There was no water lines, so there was no perennial supply of water. And we have to build near about 500 flats, and we have to sell them. That's not a big deal, because unfortunately in Pune or anywhere in India, the criteria for buying a home, no more. Yes, if there are roads, if there are water, if there is drainage line, people do give preference or higher rates. But considering the location and the rate and budget restraints or constraints, wherever a person can buy a flat in his pocket, in his budget, the poor fellow buys it. So I don't say that only because of water the flats won't be sold. There are thousands of projects going on every day where there is no water and still people are buying it. Why there are no even sanctions and still people are buying it? That is another aspect of it. Otherwise there would have been the problem of illegal constructions. Anyway, again, different aspect of discussion. So when we started planning, I thought that we should not cheat our customers by saying that we will give water and we won't. In what sense? We won't be, basically developer is not a person to provide the water. I am very clear about it. It's a totally responsibility of the institute or organization who gives sanction for such kind of any kind of project. These are basic needs. You plan, you make development plans, you make regional plans, and you make structural plans, and all of those things. You take thousands of rupees per square feet, which counts to millions and crores of rupees on the name of development charges and everything. You charge premium for that. And if you are going to ask developer to give road and water and drainage and electricity, then you don't have got, you should stop giving permissions, is my simple say. But anyway, again, we live in a different country. So here is the fact. We launched a project. Nearly in two phases, two societies, nearly 450 to 500 flats are going to be there. Means near about in phase 1, which we are speaking about Deshpande Jiwan Orchid, there were 205 flats something. 5 persons per flat makes near about 4,000 people. Is the scenario? 1,000 people scenario. 1,000 people will need 100 liters water per day, that is 1 lakh liters of water, and 365 days makes it 3 crores 65 lakh liter of water per year. Simple maths, okay? And we don't have water. So what do we do? So right from the beginning, we decided that we will do this society self water conservation. How? Here is the success story. So this is the this was proposed. I will send. I will show detailed photographs also. This was nearly 6 years back. We are talking. We are given position also, and means the planning started exactly 10 years back in 2016. So as we know, there was no water. So what we did is, rain god or god is kind enough to provide us water. So 1,25,000 something was the area of this project. 1,25,000 square feet plot area, or 1,50,000 maybe, some approximately 1,50,000 square feet of area. So what we did is, this is the entire layout. The land is bigger. There are 4 buildings, Jiwan AB and Orchid AB. The entire plot we divided into 2 segments. And first thing, the biggest important aspect in water conservation is storage of the water which God gives us in the form of rain. Most of the time we depend upon borewell or rainwater tank. They are incapable, because imagine 35 inches rainfall on a 1,50,000 square feet of plot. 36 inches is nearly 3 feet, and 3 feet into 1,50,000, that is 4,50,000 cubic feet of water. Multiply by near about some 35 liters, 30 liters approximately, 1 CFT. So 30 into something of, we are talking about the 4,50,000. So near about 1.20, 1.30 crore liter of water. Okay, this is simple mathematics. Figures may be here and there, but as I say, 36 inches rainfall becomes 3 feet, and whatever square feet area of your plot is, that multiplied by it. Only thing is that now this rainwater is available not in a single day, but in monsoon period. So 70% of it is available in 3 months. So first, our need is nearly 3 crores liter per year. We already have near about 1.5 crore liter. So 50% water we have already. Now only issue is that how we are going to match these 2 ends. Here is where the conservation techniques come into the picture. So what we did is, so we planned 2 wells here and here, and these 2 wells, entire water on this 1,50,000 square feet, we decided to collect it in every possible way and guide that water to these 2 open wells. That was our first logic. So we started planning things accordingly. This is what there are the calculations. I won't waste much time. Of total 200 number of flats approximately. Roof area and occupancy, daily need 135, which is impossible. 100 liters is sufficient by anything. Then we covered. Now this area has been divided into some paving area, then roof areas, then green areas, and all those things. So all again, as I say, this can be changing as per project by project, and everything as per the individual project respectively. Another aspect, major aspect, is that one should, when one want to conserve the water via rainwater, and recycled water is another aspect of it. So one should know the terrain, one should know the strata, then you can use it more better way. Unfortunately, we only give importance to the details which are above the ground, which are visible to our eyes. We don't spare any details to what happens to underground. Most of Pune has got good underwater ground, which is big source of water, though it keeps on changing depending upon the development. Like in our area, there is one society named Swapna Society, which has got good water. It's a central part of Pune, and the society has got 2-3 bore wells. And adjoining to that society, one new project, commercial project started, and when they took basement, which is a common thing again, 2-3 storied, they cut down in the ground for the basement. Suddenly, the borewell went dry, and the Swapna Shilpa Society chairman called me, can I guide, can I help? I visited, nothing. See, borewell are dependent upon, like there are rivers on the surface, there are rivers below the surface of the earth. The groundwater keeps on flowing as per path, as per slope, as per strata available. Sorry, this is a bit technical, but not that technical sort of thing. Simple thing is that there are underground rivers also, which we call zare, underground zare flows, water, and they flow. And if you cut a bore across such any underground river, then obviously that borewell will have water. And if somebody cuts that underground river in between, like dam is above the surface, underground dam is below the surface. A basement, its retaining wall acts as a dam. It cuts down the supply of that underground river, which used to fill your borewell. It dried up. That's simple. So you have to study the strata for right use of your ground. Indirectly, imagine your entire 1,50,000 feet plot is your water tank. Because the biggest problem is how to use rainwater, where to store it for the entire year. How, as I told you, on 1,50,000, you are going to get near about 1.5 crores of liters of water. Who can build that kind of water tank? And this is where most of our rainwater techniques fail. Here is where we have worked out entire 1,50,000 square feet is our groundwater tank. What we are going to do is, whatever water falling on that particular surface, we are not allowing that water to get out of that premises. Not from the above the surface, not below the surface. This is the simple logic. And this is how the system works. So we did, this is geotechnical strata, and we got we worked out geotechnical details of this thing about strata, and we came to know it is a good strata, not rocky or murum was there, or where the water won't stay near the surface for a lot, but will drain, percolates deep within the ground, like in Rajasthan and many parts of Vidarbha, where water don't stop near the surface. Here it was not the condition. We cut the ground on, as I showed in last of the three things, and we dig these two deep wells. They are nearly 40-45 feet deep and 25 feet in the diameter on both sides of the project. Now the issue is, see, this is the photograph of the well right in the summer. Again, no AI created picture. You can go to the site and have a look at it. Not Google downloaded also. These are actual, and this didn't happen in one single night. It took time. So what we did is, once we dug the well, open well on both ends of the project, then right from the beginning, we have decided, if we can arrest surface water by hard paving, collecting from rainwater, collecting every drop from terraces, even the balconies rainwater we collected, even the water which has been used to wash the terraces and the flats, that also we collected, and it all come on the both ends of the project. And like in the first slide, there were collection chambers which we built on the parking on the driveway, like one here and one here, and it has been guided to these two wells. But what about the water which will be percolating within the land and flowing out of our plot. Here is one very much important aspect which most of the people miss: role of indigenous trees in water conservation. The trees act like a dam. Their roots, specifically indigenous root like neem, mango, jamun, audumbar, this kind of people, banyan, word, amba, pimple, fanas, chiku, dambul, umbar, Marathi Bhashat. So their roots goes deep. Their roots travel along sideways also, and they hold moisture in the soil. They hold the water, and that is how you arrest the water below the surface of the earth. And then right from the beginning, we planted these trees all along the periphery from inside of Orchid Jiwan and Orchid Anand. The day we bought the plot, I built first all compound walls, and inside we make plantation of these trees up to at 10 feet interval all along the periphery. Near about 350 trees have been planted all along the periphery right in the beginning, all indigenous, and today they all are acting like a jail walls, underground jail walls. If on surface they act as a oxygen gel, below the surface they act as a water gel. Means they don't allow, their roots don't allow water to flow out of our plot. That means that water will be directly guided to the underground wells. Then, as I said, we collected every drop, even from the balconies and even on the terraces. You can see this. Even from the smallest of the balconies, we collected the water. It comes on the surface. This is hard paved. This all leads to the chambers. See, every single drop is collected. Not even from terraces also. Usually, if you find, they connect it to the drainage lines. Again, I don't know wrong or right, but definitely wrong. Or it is just thrown open. Again, evaporation losses. So we avoided evaporation losses also, but collected this. And then, as I say, this is the arrestor chamber. Entire water coming from the project is flowing over here, and from here it is connected to the bigger well. So on surface, and if you see these big trees, they are the jail. They are the underground jail. So every drop of 1 crore 50 liters water rain God is giving us, we are trying to assure that drop don't flow away. And then the recycled water. See, 100 liters per head per day if it is the use. Out of that, 50 liters you can actually reutilize. Means, if 3 crores is your demand per year, 3 crore liter of water, 1.50 crore liter of water you can actually recycle. So, 1.5 crore you are getting from rainwater, 1.5 crore you are getting from recycled water. 100% self-sufficient only if you use proper techniques, which you did. And for that, there are 4 lines. Flushing water alag, drinking water alag, domestic means utensil washing and all those things, that kind of water is alag, and drinking water like that, and raw water line, which is going for the entire this water which is collected. These are the basic lines, and everywhere these are 3 lines. Down take 3 lines, so 3 tanks, 3 pumping systems, 3 underground tank, 3 overhead tank, 3 down takes, 3 rising mains. Rising mains are the lines which supply overhead water tank from below. And as I say, the entire water which is recycled through a sewage treatment plant is again sent to the water treatment tank. This is the 100% recycling drainage water treatment plant. This water we are again sending to the main water collection tanks, where it is treated to not potability but usability, and it is sent to the individual overhead water tanks of the building. This is the important aspect which we miss most of the time. This is where plantation comes. If my 70% things are done mechanically, 30%, and that important 30% is, it is that water which I can't touch. It is below the ground. It is beyond my control. It is beyond collection of human, but nature can collect it. And what is nature? These are nature treatment plants and filtration plants. Then conservation measures. See, again, as I told you, this is, for me as a developer, it's a one-time job. I can do it and get out. But the people over there, they have to follow this lifestyle to understand this, what they are doing, what their builder has given to them. That has to be conserved. That has to be came into the practice. This is why even I could have done it, the lobby with some exotic paintings and all those things. We tried to give the message that nature at totality is more important than our luxuries. Then, as I say, green cover. Every single piece of land has been covered into green. See that. Either the water is collected from surface or water is collected below the surface. And this is the scene, if you can see. The water falling on this concrete surface is collected on surface on this chamber, and entire these, I call them as my water jailers, own derived term. They arrest every drop of water which I can't collect on surface, and then they arrest it into the plot which flows towards the wells. Then what we did is, this was, as I say, all these trees get compost from a plant which recycles garbage also. See, this is how the water filters in the ground, where it has been arrested by these water jailers. Now, another interesting aspect is that after surface water, I can collect, I can give slopes, and I can guide it wherever I want. I don't have got any control below the groundwater. Below the surface, I don't have got any control. I can't control the slopes below the earth and all those things. So, what about the water arrested by these water jailers, and how I am going to guide it to my open wells? Simple. We dig bore wells all along this length on both sides, connected that bore wells water to the open wells, and we store it in open well. So whatever job is done by these water jailers, we are utilizing their water by individual bore wells, and that bore well water we pour into the main well, from where again it is sent to the treatment plant, water treatment plant. This is Orchid Society chairman. Again, one may think what I am saying is just for sake of my own shock or my own marketing and that kind of thing. It's not. For first 1.5 year, 1-2 years, this is not a miracle. This won't change scene in one night. First 1.5, 2-3 years, when 2-3 rain cycles pass away, first the well wasn't having that much quantity of water, but slowly the water started getting arrested, water started getting treated, water started understanding what path we are providing it, and it started flowing to the both wells, those which photographs we saw in the earlier slides. And now is Mr. Mule, and then Mr. Shastri, who is chairman of Jiwan Society. You can, we have got their numbers, you can speak with them, and whatever I am saying, I'm thankful to them. They have given a video message also. Now coming to the how you measure success of this thing. The success of water stories is not how much water you have saved. The success of water story is these two societies still don't have got water connection of PMRDA or PMC, and they don't need a single drop of tanker water. So they just don't need outside water. They have got their own water quota. They are using it perfectly. This is success. This is success. Imagine every society started doing that. The entire load of water conservation and water demand will come down. And those who really don't have got this kind of, because see, water conservation of rainwater depends on many factors. There are chances that it may get fail, but if 50% of society gets success and they start doing it, the entire demand of the city gets of the fresh water will come down. That water can be used for agriculture. That water can be used for really needy people. We are greedy. We are having so much of water by God. We are given by God, and we still asking from municipal corporation or government all that. Agreed. You pay taxes, and that's why the government should give you water and all those things. That is fine. They should give it. But what you are doing it? Why you need 135 liters per head as your tax from government is my blunt question. God has given you, you earn, God don't charge you a single thing for rain. God don't charge you a single thing for your oxygen. God don't charge you for the forest He has given to us. What we are paying back to the God? What we are paying back to the society, which is representation of God? These kind of expenses, if we start doing, if our builder has given it, fine. Not given it, demand it. If you are old society and having problem like that, Ganga Extra guys, then do it on your road. Spend it. You are spending crores and lakhs and rupees for your interiors. Why? This is interior of entire society indirectly. Trust me. And I think that is where, when people ask question, why we should do it, you should do it because you are not paying anything for the free oxygen, free water, free forest you are getting. This is our duty to pay for it, is what I feel. And as I say, to conclude, this is the recent photograph. See the smiling faces. Had there been any problem of water, I'm sure these faces would not have been that smiling. So, and then these jailers, they just don't arrest water. They are home for birds, they are home for butterflies, they are home for squirrels. So at the same time, they are doing two things. They are arresting water for me, and they are homes for so many species, which are your neighbors, true neighbors, because they are also getting benefited from this kind of water. So I think, and as I say, this is a case of Orchid Jiwan and Orchid Anand. All 500 flat holders find something here and there, and if it is super successful in where there are good rains, the societies can sell water to outside. If they have got surplus water, all our downtake lines have got meter, so we know every building how much it is consuming the water. And if it is there is still surplus, the society can sell it, because next day they are going to get again water from the well. It is like Draupadi Thali. Please Google if you don't know the term. If you are because next year again God is going to send you 1.5 crores liter water. Use it, and if it is surplus, sell it, earn. Rather, and this is where the rate of Orchid, the Jiwan and rate of Orchid Anand are more. The rent here 2-bedroom flat is getting is 30,000, when in surrounding area there is 20,000, because at least 5 to 6,000 rupees they are saving per month for water, assured water. And this is where, this is the success. This you can measure, this you can see, this you can feel, this you can enjoy. Why apply some millimeter liter criteria to that when this is the outcome? So guys, thank you very much, and more thankful to Ganga guys. Because of them, I decided to make this sharing, which can be available to everybody now in the form of YouTube. And our contact details are here. We will be more than happy to assist in any way to make people aware about this water conservation thing. And let us do it. Let us give a try. Let us do it not just to save money or save water, but let us do it to give that water who is more needier than us and who is helpless than us. We can at least do something about it. Thank you very much. I am thankful to all my team, our flat holders who believed in this philosophy and are living by the example. Thank you, Jiwan Orchid and Jiwan Anand guys. This presentation, this sharing is dedicated to you and your trees and your neighbors living on those trees. Thank you very much.